Are you someone who likes watching documentaries? Well, don't go anywhere, because in this video, we are going to share with you the top 10 craziest documentaries you need to watch right now. Stay with us till the end of the video to find out which documentary out of all of these meets your taste. So let's get started. Number 10, Man on Wire. From the very beginning, Man on Wire is like an exciting journey. It comes after Philippe Petit's amazing act of walking on a wire between the Twin Towers in New York City in 1974. It's like a high-stakes heist, but Petit's daring walk is the one that steals the show, not the wealth. A cool mix of real footage from Petit's preparation and some great reenactments make the documentary feel like you're right there with him. This movie's not only fun to watch, but it also has a lot of great details that make it stand out. Thrilling, exciting, and mysterious, it keeps you interested all the way through. The story's great, and the way it brings Petit's brave act to life is simply clever. People say that Man on Wire is one of the best documentaries ever, and it's won a lot of awards. Anyone who likes an exciting and moving story should watch it. Number 9, Inside Job. This 2010 film is about the 2008 financial crisis and how it was caused by shady business deals in the financial world. The film tells a story of the problem from its start in the 2000s to the present day. It is divided into 5 parts. It opens your eyes to how bad the cheating was and why things went so badly. Not only did this documentary show problems, but it also helped push for tighter rules on financial transparency. Now, this is one of the best choices if you want to learn about money and banks or just watch an exciting story about money problems. Anyone who wants to know more about America's money mess needs to watch it. Number 8, Enron, the smartest guys in the room. This is a crazy ride through the fall of the Enron Corporation, which went down in a big way in 2001. This movie doesn't hold back. It's full of old footage and new interviews that show how bad Enron was and how the high-level leaders were at the center of it all. This documentary, directed by Alex Gibney, is like a behind-the-scenes look at a high-stakes play. It shows how greed and self-interest can go wrong when they're not checked. It's well put together and exciting, making you feel like you're in the middle of the action. It's a great mix of interesting stories and thorough study. It keeps you interested and teaches you a lot about the bad side of business. This movie's worth your time if you want to see something interesting and thought-provoking. If you want to learn about one of the biggest financial scams in history while having fun, this is the one for you. Number 7, Undefeated. Without a Loss is a great sports documentary about a high school football team in Memphis that's trying to end a losing streak. A lot of heart and hope are in it as the team works together to have a good season after years of struggling. This movie shows how important it is to work together and finish first, not just in sports but in life as well. Undefeated's a great sports documentary if you like movies that mix real drama with emotional highs. Rotten Tomatoes gives this movie a 96% rating, which shows a lot of people liked it. Number 6, Waiting for Superman. Watching this is like riding with kids who are trying to get into some of the best private schools. It's kind of like getting a look at how bad the American school system can be from the inside. It's pretty shocking to see these kids and their families work so hard to get a better education. Different rules and red tape can make it hard for schools to teach, as shown in the movie. There is a shred of hope in it, but it might make you cry because it shows some hard truths. Hey, maybe things can change for the better, you think, as you watch this show about schools. These are all reasons why this documentary is worth your time. It'll make you think and make you feel a lot of different things. It opens your eyes to how hard it is to get a good education these days. Number 5, Food Inc. A documentary called Food Inc. gives us a better look at the big bad world of corporate farming. It shows that big farms are not only bad for the earth and animals, but they also make food less healthy. The documentary was even nominated for a lot of important awards, including the Academy Award for Best Documentary Feature. You might think about where your food comes from after watching it. You might find yourself looking for local meat and fruit instead of just picking up whatever's on the shelf at the store. You'll learn a lot about the hidden cost of mass-produced food, and it'll push you to make better, smarter choices. We recommend that you watch Food Inc. if you want to know what's in your food and where it comes from. Number 4, Restrepo. This documentary, which came out in 2010, shows a platoon of U.S. troops living in one of the most dangerous parts of Afghanistan. The movie shows how these brave soldiers deal with problems and threats every day in their remote base. What makes Restrepo unique is how it shows the soldiers' daily lives. You get to see the good and bad parts of their lives, from the intense battles to the times when they stick together and help each other get through hard times. While the documentary doesn't hide the harsh realities of war, it also shows how these guys form amazing bonds with each other. There's a lot of tension in the movie, and you can feel how hard things are for the fighters every day. It's not just about fighting, it's also about how these troops help each other, deal with their fears, and find calm moments in the middle of all the chaos. This is a must-see for anyone who likes war films. You get a sense of what it's like to be in such a high-stress situation because it's interesting and true. Number 3, Project Nim. An interesting film called Project Nim is about a chimpanzee named Nim Chimpsey, who was born in 1973. It's shown in the movie that Nim was raised with people to see if he could learn American Sign Language, like a crazy science experiment, but with a cute, interested chimp in the middle. Not only does the documentary show how Nim learned sign language, but it also makes us think deeply about how we use animals in study. From behind the scenes of a one-of-a-kind project, it's like seeing both the sweet and tricky parts. Nim's story is both moving and shocking because it shows how smart and sensitive chimpanzees can be. If you like animals, science, or just good stories that make you think, this is a great movie for you. People are crazy about it because it's interesting, it's fun, and it makes you think about how moral animal testing is. Project Nim's a great movie to watch if you want to learn about how smart animals can be and enjoy a story that can be fun and deep. Number 2, 20 Feet from Stardom. This is like getting inside the world of backup singers who are the unsung stars of the music business. This documentary shows the interesting lives of these incredibly skilled singers who back up big-name artists but don't get much attention themselves. How these backup singers make the music sound so good, even though they don't always get the credit or fame they deserve. 20 Feet from Stardom's a must-see on Hulu because of how interesting the story is. It's not just about music, it's also about the people who work behind the scenes to make it great. The documentary shows their paths, their problems, and their successes, which makes you value their amazing skills even more. Both viewers and critics love this movie's unique point of view and heartfelt stories, which is why it won the 2014 Academy Award for Best Documentary Feature. The film's a must-see for music fans who want to see the people behind the songs. It honors the sounds that make music possible, even if they're not always the center of attention. And number 1, Blackfish. The documentary Blackfish, which came out in 2013, goes deep into the drama and controversy of having orcas as pets. The movie zooms in on Tilikum, a huge orca that SeaWorld kept and who was in the news until he died in 2017. This video opens your eyes to what it's like for these smart animals to be locked up in tanks. But it's not just about Tilikum. Watch Blackfish to learn more about how keeping orcas as pets can mess with their minds and make them act out in ways that are harmful to both humans and orcas. The movie tells a heartbreaking story of Tilikum's life and the terrible things that happened after, and it'll make you question the whole idea of keeping animals as pets. You can't help but feel sad and angry as you watch. Not only is the video about orcas, but it also talks about zoos and aquariums in general. You might be wondering, wow, I never thought about it that way after seeing this movie. It's a strong and intense ride that could change the way you think about places like SeaWorld. That being said, Blackfish is a great documentary that will make you think and feel. So which of these documentaries would you like to give a watch? Share with us your thoughts in the comments section below. And if you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.